Icebreaker Show, hosted by Isaiah. Icebreaker Show, hosted by Isaiah.
Isaiah do interviews, ask the questions to different dudes. It's the show called The Icebreaker, going up like a skyscraper with the best in the city. If you're witty, get with me. Icebreaker Show be so litty, we with the litty committee. Yeah, it's the Iceman who be asking all them questions. It's the Iceman. Speed round 30 seconds. It's the Iceman. He got you on then. Isaiah, aka the Iceman, about to get right.
Icebreaker Show, cold like a freezer. He may ask a question about the upcoming season. Ask about the process. He got a lot like his defense. Isaiah is the coolest, and that's why he leading. Icebreaker Show, just as cold as ice. Isaiah, keep it cool every day and every night. I said Icebreaker Show, just as cold as ice. Isaiah, keep it cool.
I'm Isaiah, your host, and this is the Icebreaker. And today, I'm so honored to have the one and only John Salley on the Icebreaker Show, the first NBA player to win 4 NBA finals with 3 different teams. And he's an actor and a TV host. Isn't that amazing? How are you today?
I'm all right. How are you, man?
I'm doing great. Now it's time to break the ice.
Yeah.
At what age did you fall in love with basketball?
I was 6 years old. I was in first grade. My friend Eric Jones was the first one to introduce me to basketball.
6 years old? You were there?
6 years old. Mm-hmm.
Dang. Did you ever dream of playing in the NBA?
Matter of fact, those were one of my only dreams at one time. Since then, I was 6 years old. I think when I was 12 years, I was making the decision that the only thing I wanted to be was a professional basketball player, even though I wanted to be a TV host like Johnny Carson, and I wanted to be in the movies like Jim Brown, Jim Kelly. I wanted to do that, Bill Cosby, Sidney Poitier. So I knew I wanted to do those 3 things in my life. And I thought the best route was to become a professional basketball player because everybody loved professional basketball players. At least that's what Eric Jones' father told me. He said they had the best clothes, drove the nicest cars, and all the girls like basketball players. So I focused on being a professional basketball player first. And while I did that, I was always interested in doing interviews. So Roy Firestone used to have a great show on ESPN, and he let me be on the show. And then in 1989, Zeke, I'm going to call you Zeke because Isaiah Thomas's nickname is Zeke. Isaiah, in 1989, they let me have the mic during the All-Star break. And I was in the locker room interviewing people. And guys knew, they just thought I was being silly with it. But this was literally something I wanted to do, to the point of right now, I'm the sideline coordinator, sideline reporter of the Big Three. So I've been doing it for 32 years, talking to people on the sideline, getting different bits and pieces from the players. So something I practiced when I was 25, and now I'm in my 50s, 57, still doing it.
Wow, that's amazing.
And I'm acting. I got a new movie coming out in September on Disney Plus called Sneakerella.
Wow, you should tell us more about that.
Well, Sneakerella is it's a play on Cinderella. My role is I play the king. My name is Darius King, and I own my own sneaker company. It's a family-run business with my wife and my 2 daughters. And one of my daughters meets a kid, and he doesn't realize she's my daughter. You know, she was waiting online. And he's a sneaker designer from Queens, and I'm supposed to be from Queens. But I live way in a penthouse, and he lives in Queens where I came from. And he somehow got me back to being coordinated with my growth. Obviously, he lied, but didn't lie. And it's a hip hop musical with 2 of the biggest up and coming stars ever. And when you see them, I always tell them, I said, they were all happy because I played basketball. I was like, I'm happy that I'm going to be able to say I've been in a movie with you too. So it's going to be an unbelievable film, and make sure you check it out.
I'll make sure. I'll check it out as soon as it
Mhm.
comes out.
That's right. You get to see me rap it and dancing and singing. It's gonna be great.
What was your training routine before you went to the NBA?
I had a girlfriend, and she was really small. She was only 9 ounces, and she was round, and she was orange, and it was called a basketball. So my training routine was me, and I dribbled to basketball. I live about a mile from my apartment complex. I grew up in a project in Brooklyn called Bayview Houses. And I would dribble left-handed for 3 blocks and right-handed for 2 blocks. And on the way back, I would dribble left-handed for 3 blocks and right-handed for 2 blocks until I got home. And then I lived on the 8th floor. So I would run up 8 flights of stairs and see if I can get it done in under a minute. And that's because I wanted to dunk. And I did 35 push-ups in the morning, 35 crunches, sit-ups, and as many pull-ups as I could. Then I showered and got ready to go to school. That was a routine everybody used to talk about. They knew I had my basketball in my bag. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and when I would get on the train to go up to the Bronx, because I switched teams to play for the Gauchos, I would literally dribble on the train. So I would do my homework on the way up, and on the way back, I would do my other side of homework, and when I was finished, I would dribble until my train got there. So I constantly had the ball in my hand. It became so comfortable. I made it like an extension of my hand. And they say you become an expert when you do something for 20,000 hours. I think I had 30,000 hours of basketball before I became a pro.
Dang. I couldn't even do that in 30 years.
Well, you're right, because the man that says he can't and the man that says he can, they're both right. So just like you say you can't do it, you can do it. As everything has discipline, Isaiah. And if you're disciplined and you want something, you literally have to tell the universe what it is you want, and it will put you in the path of what you want. But if you sit around and feel that you can't do it, or something is second, or it's just a dream, dreams are meant to come true. And if you can dream it, you can be it.
Mm-hmm. For real.
Yep.
You feel to win so many NBA titles?
It feels great. It always feels good to be number one. I used to play in the snow back in Brooklyn, king of the hill. And when you're on top of the hill, your job is to make sure no one knocks you down. I like that feeling. I like that kind of competition. Not as much anymore, because I realize the only competition is myself. But when I love that kind of competition, when I watch the guys in the big three, my legs move, because they want to keep playing, but my body tells me, the rest of my body says, sit down. It feels good. When I watch the finals now, I know what they're going through. Everybody going, oh, there's a game on Tuesday. There's a game every day in your head. So it was so intense, Isaiah, that when I won my first championship, a day after we got back, I still went to the arena as if I had practice. I didn't realize we had already won. That was when I got there, but I wasn't the only one. It was like 4 other guys drifting around. And they, what are you guys doing here? And we were like, just came to clean out our locker. I left something in the locker, but literally I was in a routine of going to practice. You get to enjoy it, but everybody wants to be the top dog. And that means every game the next season was even more intense. And then I won a back-to-back championship, which was very hard to do. You don't get much time to yourself. You have to figure it out. You have to figure out your lifetime, your family time, your workout time. It's a tough thing to do, but I won with some great players. Those experiences have been fabulous and lifelong.
That's inspiring, for real. If you were coaching, who would be your starters on a 3-on-3 game?
Kevin Durant, LeBron, and Westbrook. Because Westbrook takes no for an answer. LeBron can do everything. and Durant has a killer instinct.
That's a real good pick.
Taking a championship team, brother.
And we'll be back with John Salley.
You're really surprised that I brought you out here, huh?
Very. Why? I don't get it. I'm trying to understand why you like me right now.
Well, we were thinking about it, and you are the leading scorer, and you do speak well, so that's why we got you.
Okay, it's because I speak well. I'll take that one. I'll do that.
So you guys going against the three-headed monster. What do you feel?
We got to be a little more aggressive and take away the things they want. They shooting the ball well, and Reggie's giving us hell, so we got to come out and be more aggressive with him and take away open looks.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you, Spotty Salley.
Hi, I'm John Salley, and you're watching The Icebreaker Show.
And we're back with John Salley. And this is a speed round where we're going to be playing Would You Rather? And you can't say, oh. You ready for the challenge?
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and I'm going to give you a topic, and you can't say, oh. You ready?
Yep.
Name 10 things you can do with a golf ball. Go.
Hit it, carry it, bounce it, throw it, hide it, rub it, putt it, drive it, put it in a bag, trade it.
Wow. Dang. Okay. I see you. Talk about snacks at a movie theater. Go.
Popcorn, Twizzlers, Dots, M&M's, nachos, sodas, drinks, water, crackers, bonbons.
That's it. You did great. And now it's time for Would You Rather. You ready?
Yes,
Would you rather play in the NBA now or play when you played?
I enjoyed my time. I played in the golden era.
Would you rather miss breakfast or miss dinner?
Breakfast.
Would you rather play in the Suns now or play on the Bucks?
The Bucks.
Would you rather undo your past or see the future?
My past is the reason I have a future.
Would you rather get stuck in the ice snow, or get stuck in the heat with mosquitoes?
Heat with mosquitoes.
Would you rather lose your phone or lose your wallet?
My wallet.
Would you rather miss a flight or miss all your shots in a game?
All my shots in the game.
Would you rather have pancakes with no syrup or popcorn?
Popcorn. I'm a vegan. I don't put butter on it anyway.
You did awesome. Well, thank you for being on my show.
Isaiah, thank you.
And I'm Isaiah, and you're on Thin Ice. Okay, catch my wall. Go back, go back. Well, thank you so much for being on my show. It's a real honor to have
All
a
right, man. I appreciate you.